and they were standing all strange, and you tried to get away from them when you heard "L'homme à gauche." Cartouche dans le canon.
Frenchies.
Tirez la baguette, and they're all doing this weird like motion with their hands with their weird spears.
Sembians.
Bourré. Remettez la baguette. Portez-vous armes. You notice they're all pointing their spears at you, but anyone who charges with a spear like that is gonna break their arm or something. Apprêtez vos armes. All right, they're still arming. They're like pointing the pointy ends, at least in the right area. You're kind of fleeing with a bunch of other people that you realize that things have gone bad and they're packing up, and you're like, something's going on. Jou! Feu! A series of crackles. Lots of smoke. You don't know what hit you.
Oh, well, I got hit. Okay. Oh, please, 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 je te beg, No more with the bang bang.
We'll say that is how the Rooster Knight gets captured.
You mean it's not a critical hit from downtown?
It's a half plate. It does nothing.
Give me a profession sailor check. For the guys
Someone else do that.
Profession Viking.
Someone else gets to do that. That's not me.
So
The only person who'd be any good at this is Harlock.
Yeah. So unless you put
Nobody knows.
I didn't put his skills in.
Okay, so we'll say 1 in 4 chance that he follows what his ancestors did. Well, if you roll 1, or if I roll 1, no. So no, you.
Oh. Okay.
You're more of a land lover. While your the history of some of your people was raiding and fighting, that passed down to you in different ways. Right. The abbot, I think, already has his skills chosen, but it's a wisdom check, I guess, to
13
with a +2 for favorable tides. Yeah, you guys get far enough away, but now it's to try to not get swept out to sea in this small unseaworthy boat. Give me a second roll.
I'm going to have serious words with the steward of this castle, not taking care of the secret escape boat.
No, more like it's not meant for long sea voyages.
Well, whose grand idea was that?
Are you asking him to go north or south? And I can take a quick look at the map.
South, I think, is where we want to go.
Yeah.
Head back down to Balanstown or whatever it's called.
So you're going to kind of go along the coast?
Yeah.
For a while? All right.
Yep.
Given the excitement and the fact that the boat sent you out to sea this way a little bit and you moved around, you are able to escape from the butchery of the last tournament.
Sir, it's another escape pod. Hold your fire. There's no life signs on board.
Hold her, what now? Shoot that thing.
The last tournament of Ganoka, there will never be trust enough to go and have a tournament within sight of that fortress ever again.
Unless we wipe out everyone who ever remembered this happened.
Right, and rebrand the site. What's that restaurant where they do the night jousting and the medieval times or whatever?
Medieval times,
right?
Yeah.
Until the 47th franchise of medieval times opens up in.
There we go.
Care Bear City or whatever.
Yeah. Yay!
Is it eating
4,
of the food
3,
signs
2,
now?
1,
Is that-
stare.
Yeah, you can grab your sandwich.
I'm so hungry.
Basically, I'll eat at the next break. So wrapped up. Well, John's. I guess you can still hear me because he's like
You-
15 feet that way.
It's you told him, right?
yeah.
Go
So
get your sandwich.
wrapped up in the cloth that was holding the gauntlet. The gauntlet has prayer beads that are wrapped around the hand. You've also got the sealed letter, and there's something heavy in the sealed letter that you can kind of feel with your hand is likely the key to Vontelstone Manor. Your small beleaguered band slowly makes their way up the coast. Eventually you run into some bad weather and are forced to ditch your boat and start walking on foot.
Varkush is going to destroy the boat and sink it.
Okay. Thankfully,
How far did we go?
yeah, I'm going to expose more of the coast. You avoid the boglands called Mistgarn, and you make it all the way to the other side of Timberguard, to this peninsula here. We'll make a name for the peninsula. We'll call it. Label. We'll call it Gull Breach Point.
These are salty waters, right?
Yep.
Harlock might want to prepare his great waters.
Yeah.
Galath knows that he's not too far away from home at this point. The walk back to Vontelstone is actually kind of a lonely one, as lots of people went to Cairbrand. Lots of knights. Lots of blood of nobles and brave alike. Of course, then assholes like, Knight Bachelor Devlin. But...
Is it justice or injustice?
You return to Vontelstone. What are you doing with your companions that helped you escape and return home?
I will kill them one by one.
And feed them to the survivors.
Oh my god.
I imagine
I'll offer
Galath's been
them-
pretty sullen the entire journey.
Probably not talking about ever at all. I'll offer them a place to stay, if they want to, or some small food and supplies if they want to strike out. You're welcome to stay here. It will be lonely enough. Without
Varkush has a
the two
really
knights.
bad sense of humor, and he's trying to lighten it up. He's like, "Well, I think you did your cousin a favor, because this looks like a bad way to die." Yeah. No. Yeah, it's not
don't
supposed to be
even-
funny.
That's awful.
He's not. Yeah, he's bad, but he tries.
See,
Galath just looks at him like, what is the
What?
what's wrong with you?
Yeah. No.
Mark creates characters that are supposed to be assholes. Ahmed's an asshole on accident.
Huh. You mean I have this whole cot to myself?
Yes, if you wish.
Whole thing. This side and that side?
Yes.
With the pillow? And the sheet? Oh.
I think I have a blanket.
I'm telling you, this one's got something wrong in his head. Yeah.
He drags out a rough spun wool blanket and tosses it onto the cot too.
How many people are on this place?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Vontelstone
Thank you,
is a manor. It's got maybe half a dozen freeman serf types that tend to the manor. There's a stable, a small shrine, and a stone walled manor house.
How far is this from the water? Like a couple miles?
12 miles from the water.
Do you have anyone that can look at the beach? Make sure there's no boats like that are arriving. We wouldn't want to
Hopefully.
have them send some troops over.
You now understand why your mother might have sent you to Vontelstone. It's large enough to have a knight, but small enough to probably not even be a dot on people's maps. We put the dot on here because the map is, important.
It's not that.
I don't think anyone will find Vontelstone of any interest. Luckily for us.
Okay,
Yes,
just in
perhaps it would
case.
be a good place to prepare ourselves for the times to come.
Yeah. I'm going to prepare a package just in case we have to leave. I'll prepare some things so we can go right away, yeah? So I'm going to go start putting like ropes and crap together and
Might not
bags
be a
of
bad idea.
stuff. We'll need probably 4 horses. Are we taking the one-armed widow?
If he wishes to come,
Fine,
yes.
fine, okay, fine.
Is that me?
Yeah.
Are we taking the one-armed widow?
If he wishes to come, he may.
If
Wait, where are you guys going?
if Galath will have me, I will come.
If we are
Follow the
going to
path
go
of
somewhere,
justice.
Varduk is putting together like a get the hell out of town package, like a couple of bags with like ropes, water, and food. Like, we gotta go. Take this crap and run.
Bug out bag, yeah.
You guys
Bug
are
out,
you
bug out
guys are
bag,
making
that's-
preparations that you have to leave. So
Just in case.
Are there any messengers I could make use of? I should send word to the abbot.
Is your sandwich
Sometimes the best way to keep yourself safe is to not let the gods know where you are. And the way you do that is by being very, very quiet and not running.
Few people travel through this way. The abbot comes and visits every once in a while, but we have no real way of contacting the outside world, short of sending one of the
I
hands.
see.
okay.
Well, perhaps I should wait for the abbot then.
This is what I intend to do.
The summer gives way to early autumn. The crops are being pulled in when the abbot does finally visit. You guys have made yourself useful. I'm assuming around Vontelstone, or are you just kind of treating it like a holiday?
Freeloaders.
I'm trying to be useful.
Okay.
Whether or not they find
Well,
it
he doesn't
amused
have the
is
one
another
hand.
part, but
So Varduk, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, Ahmed.
Varkush is trying to convince Gareth that we should put
Galath?
like gas. Did I talk? Sorry, Galath. Sorry, with a spiked fence all around the like he's trying to like do like a little moat, a little. There should be defenses. Yeah.
We don't have the time or the manpower for that, and it wouldn't do any good even if we did. You saw what happened. They wanted to take this manor. Wouldn't matter how many walls we put up or moats. They just
Anything to slow them down while we get away.
I appreciate the sentiment, but
It's not for you. It's for me.
if you don't feel safe here, then
I would have left if I didn't feel
there's
safe
nothing
here. Come
there's
on.
nothing keeping you here. You can return to your southern brethren.
No, bad idea. But
Galath
fine.
looks at him like, bad idea.
Fine.
the ships are big. They have many sails. Probably go pretty fast. How long will it take for them to go south?
I know very little of
My father would know.
seafarers.
I was always throwing up in the water.
Our best defense now is obscurity.
I'm getting
Don't
comfortable
run.
with this bitch.
Don't yell. Stay quiet. Don't move.
I'm telling you, the one-armed guy is really freaking me out.
There is no Sir Pellin or Sir Avery
Yes.
that comes, even though you hope that they would ride around the bend and return home. One good thing is that de facto, it looks like the people of the manor look to you to help run it.
More responsibility. That's not a good thing.
It does keep you busy.
Yeah.
You do know that he was raising a mare for battle. It was a heavy warhorse. That is the last horse that Sir Pelin owned. And you find yourself kind of trying to push the bad thoughts out of your mind by tending to this warhorse.
Tending to the horse and helping with the building and the maintaining.
Okay. So this is actually Lamry, your cavalier mount. Yay!
Yay!
For every horrible bad thing, something little tiny good happens.
Welcome to Marty campaigns.
For every
But you
single
find
bad
a
thing that happens,
$5
you get one
bill.
of your class features. Yay.
Right.
I saw a tweet the other day. It's like, be a DM, build a world, and then burn it down. I chuckled at that one. Okay. So eventually the abbot does come. But Acolyte Harlech, they have a wonderful library in the shrine. You thought it was like, oh, yet another old Zod shrine or something from before. And it turns out that they've got a small but important collection of books that talk about Nuada, that talk about Arthur and the important places that knights fought after. You come across a particularly interesting line that said, "And then Arthur came to the conclusion that the world itself had become corrupted, like an apple being eaten by a worm. The only thing that he had left to do with those things that he did not take with him was to hide them away in the worlds that they do not find their hands, or do not fall into the hands of evil men."
Okay.
And you're not too sure what things, but
But it's also talking about other worlds, like I don't have skills, knowledge planes. Maybe I might have.
I don't think
Use,
I give planes. I give you
gods.
nature instead.
No.
You've got local nature and ability religion. Knowledge gay, what? Weird. Strange one.
He will spend a great deal of time in the library.
okay. One more. Yeah, give me a knowledge religion as you're trying to parse through all these old texts.
What level am I again? 2. Never mind. Plus 3. Alright. So plus 5, 8. $28.
Nice.
Natural 20.
Yeah, really nice. There is a book that says, "Look to the knights that he trusted the most. Look to the places that they held important, and the places that they defended until their last. There you shall find the weapons of Arthur, the artifacts that he found, the things that were important that he did not take with him." One such place you find in another reference, and this is what you're getting because you got a really good roll, is a place called the Tower in the Mere. It had an older name, but the tower itself was old during the time of Arthur. And there's a little scribble in the margins that says, "I believe the tower lies in the Misgarn."
The Misgarn?
Yep.
Okay. He shows Galath.
Okay.
The mist gone.
The Misgarn you guys
It's a
have skirted
swamp to
around
the
twice. Once with your boat and once when you're traveling.
It's a swamp to the north. We saw it on the way back. It's always covered in mist. Sir Pelin once told me that it was a fell place.
There's one thing that makes sense now. There was a tract of land that leads into the swamp that kind of has like an oldish road, but no one goes down it because it leads into the swamp. And you passed by it before, twice now in your journeys. Once when you first came to Montelstone, and the other when you went to Cairbrand. During your sojourn, if you will. What a happy sojourn it was.
And every day I said, this is the worst day of my life, and I was proven wrong.
Awesome.
Finally, the abbot arrives, and it kind of delivers. You sit down with the abbot, and you tell him about all the things that happened, and he nods solemnly. Much evil has come to our fair land. In my younger days, the abbot's looking much older and much more tired than he was before. In my younger days, I thought that the fighting, the era of the interregnum that has happened since the fall of Arthur's kingdom, endless battle, was evil enough. But what I heard has transpired there. Wholesale slaughter of our peoples, not just people of one kingdom, but all. And all bowing down before this Lord Marshal and his strange dragon armies.
It's true. All of it's true. I saw it with my own eyes.
Praise Nuada, you have escaped. Have you opened the letter, or you still have it closed?
I'm keeping it closed for this.
Okay.
Pelin, Sir Pelin, told me to wait for you and to speak to you when you arrived. He said that you would know the truth of this, because I know your name is Valmont.
He raises an eyebrow and looks to the young acolyte and smiles. One day you may be asked to give up your name and travel to a distant land where no one knows your face or likeness.
He said that you could help, that there was something that you could do for me or that I could do for you.
Yes, his hands trembly a little bit as he reaches out towards the letter.
He hands the letter to the priest.
Okay, he cracks it open right there. He cracks the seal, and opens the letter. He reads it and then puts it down. As per Sir Pelin's instructions, Sir Pelin has bequeathed his lands to the priesthood of the Silver Hand. The priests shall tend to my humble lands and the few folk that remain. Such burdens I have alleviated from my son, Galath. Tell him he has a different path by Nuada, one that I was foolish to keep from him. You should prepare yourself, lad, should you wish to be bathed in the light of Nuada.
What must I do?
That sounds like a bad idea, Clyde. You've been blessed by Nuada before.
No.
These people are serious about their baths.
No.
When they mean clean, they mean deep clean.
No.
No germs allowed. What must I do?
Appear clean linens to me in the morrow, and you shall recite the oath.
This I will do.
It is something that both Sir Pelin and I agree should have been done years ago. To have a squire become a paladin before his Night, however, never felt quite right. It was our mistake not to realize your power sooner. For hundreds of years, knights and barons have fought over the places of Arthur, including the lands of Camelot and the places he once ruled. This land is in ruin. Others have quested to find the legendary Avalon. Others still seek to find the things of Arthur, he says, as obviously the acolyte has talked to the abbot, when he first arrived. Some simply look to find hope for us all. It is in the service to the Order of the Silver Hand where this hope can happen. It is your path, Galath. Where the enemies of Arthur have taken much in their attempts to steal hope from us, for they still search for the missing San Graal. And there are other artifacts too. Things that Arthur and his knights found, but near the end sealed away, as he's pointing at the very book and passage that Acolyte Harlock found.
Oh.
Sealed
Good job,
away
boy.
from
Yeah,
the
useful.
hands of evil men. It's as if they saw their own doom. Perhaps the old soothsayer bid them. This seems to be something that the enemies of Arthur and his kingdom are also seeking. With these invaders from the Lion's Den, and maybe others. In my travels here, I heard of bandits in the vicinity north of Vontelstone that have been raiding villages, demanding things from the villagers. Odd things. You should be wary of them should you decide to first go to the Mere. But I do believe that they are making reference to an old tower, and he trails his finger across that path into the Mere, and actually takes out a map and puts a dot on the map.
Yay. We got a dot on the map, guys.
We have a new waypoint.
What kind of room are they in for this conversation?
It's the main hall of the.
I kind of imagine it as being one of those buildings that doesn't really have rooms, just a big open space.
Yeah, big open space. There's a fire pit and a bare rug before the fire
Clyde's
pit.
in the doorway area, just
Yep.
kind of.
Sorry, there we go. Tower in the Mere. It is an old place that a knight, distant relation of one of the knights of legend, he guarded for some time. I remember this as I never understood why. The tower on the Mere. A name lost to the ages. A dangerous place.
Sir Pelin once told me it was a dangerous place as well. A fell place.
Yes. I also believe that it was a distant relation of yours that guarded the tower.
Knowledge, nobility. Do I know somebody related to me who guarded the tower? $17.
Uncle Bob.
Oh, Uncle Bob, it was
No,
you.
it's somewhere in the distant past between the heroic Galahad and, your grandfather. Somewhere in there.
Gotcha.
I shall send the young adept with you to make sure that you succeed in seeing if there's anything important at this tower on the Mere. Perhaps there is some light that can be held in this dark time. But first, we must cloak you in faith and the power of Nalbren.
I shall spend the evening in prayer then. Meet you on the morrow for the oath.
Shall I?
While there are no grand visions, there is a great amount of expectation that hangs in the air. To your oath taking. We typed up a bit of the oath of the Order of the Silver Hand. Is this something you want me to read bits of and you
let's just do it that way.
Okay,
let's do it that way.
All right. Actually, Mark, go ahead and look at, because the young abbot, can help, or the young acolyte can help with this.
You do it. I'm too old.
All right, and
Do you promise not to be bad?
Where
Yes,
do I find that?
None of the
Where do
raping
I
and
find
pillaging.
The code.
Aw, it's my
It
favorite
is
stuff.
under Party Pages, Oath, Order of the Silver Hand.
Okay. Metalogs. There you go.
So the ceremony involves, there is the silver gauntlet on the table, the prayer beads, and the holy symbol that belonged to his master. All of you are dressed in as clean as you possibly can. He appears before the old priest who seems to be aging by the minute. He's like sitting in a chair where he should be standing, and he's got the books in front of him, and he's waving an incense decanter around. The acolyte is there. He's all clean, and his hair is really really nicely combed. And there is some chanting beforehand.
Let the silver hand light our heart. Let the silver hand light the way.
Kneeled in prayer before the altar. Let the silver hand light our heart. Let the silver hand light our way.
I am a knight of the silver hand. I am the courage in the face of dread.
I am a knight of the silver hand. I am the courage in the face of dread.
I am the mercy to those who have been wronged. I am the castigator of the wicked and defender of the innocent.
I am the mercy to those who have been wronged. I am the castigator of the wicked?
I shall...
The old man nods.
Wicked,
at
yeah.
this.
I have an intelligence
There-
net.
There is a slight scratching sound out in the hallway, like a big, large metal object is being moved.
Okay.
Clyde's moving a bathtub near the room, and he's going to start filling it with cold water.
Okay.
I shall honor all oaths taken, and in fairness I shall illuminate.
I shall honor all oaths taken, and in fairness shall illuminate.
Whilst earthly Camelot lay in ruins, and Arthur saith corrupted, in his kingdom we trust.
While earthly Camelot lay in ruin, and Arthur kingdom we trust.
Courage shall be our sword, faith be our shield, and hope shall we kindle.
Courage shall be our sword, faith shall be our shield, and courage we shall kindle.
Hope shall we kindle.
Oh, and hope shall we kindle. Sorry, you're like just super distorted on your end.
Sorry.
That's fine. It's an emotional moment, and people trip over words sometimes. That's fine.
And through our good works and brave deeds the kingdom shall be rebuilt.
And through our great works and brave deeds, the kingdom shall be rebuilt.
Its likeness shall be seen again on this world or the next.
Its likeness shall be seen again on this world or the next.
With this breath I solemnly bequeath my life to the Order of the Silver Hand,
With this breath I solemnly bequeath my life to the Order of the Silver Hand,
and swear to defend his kingdom until my last.
and swear to defend his kingdom until my last.
The old man comes forward with the gauntlet, presents it to your naked left hand.
He slides his fingers into the gauntlet.
Okay, you can feel that as you're putting your hand into the gauntlet, it begins to light up like the little motes of light that are all around your hand. And you can feel the divine connection growing with your deity. The next thing that he passes you is the holy symbol that once belonged to Sir Pelin. He puts it about your neck and then hands the holy beads to you, which you clutch in your right hand. And for the first time, you hear like a blade tinging, ringing true. The light of Nuada Silverhand strikes from an open hole in the ceiling, right in the middle of your brow. It causes you to be blind for a moment as the white light washes over you. All of you witness now the ordainment and oath of a knight of the Order of the Silver Hand and the creation of a paladin.
Do I rise?
Applause, golf clap.
Yeah. So the light goes away, and Galath is looking princely with his things in his white.
There's no screaming. No screaming's a good sign. No screaming's a good sign. Maybe they tied him down. Maybe he can't scream. Where's the screaming? Need more bandages.
You thought something bad was going to happen, didn't you?
Well, it's the average.
The Gauntlet of the Silver Hand acts as a holy symbol of Nuada Silverhand. This allows you to have shields in your hand, or a sword, I guess, while you're casting spells. Or at least your divine focus is met. It's also a Masterwork Silver Gauntlet.
Cool.
Sir Pelin's Prayer Beads. Once per day as a swift action, any paladin or good-aligned spell can be cast at a +1 caster level. And the holy symbol is just a silver holy symbol.
Sweet.
But that once belonged to Sir Pelin.
Pelin. Yep. Awesome.
And when you riseth a paladin of Nuada Silverhand.
He stands up proud of his new station. The mantle draped around him by his god.
Nice. 5-minute break and then the quest.
Yeah, sounds good.
We still got time for that. You guys you still got steam?
Yep.
Let's go.
Okay. All right, cool.
Quest.
Questy, monsieur.
We won't do a full drawn out dungeon, but there is a few scenes that are left as Galath goes towards the tower.
Stay tuned to see if I accidentally kill another innocent person.
Well, now that you have a paladinhood to lose, and then
Now I can be punished.
Then I'm going to ask the guys to stay around because we have a little bit more a humor to mix in. A long time ago, and we hinted at this last game, but we didn't get to it because I was feverish and couldn't remember 10 minutes in the past. But the Paladin ABCs, which was a hilarious thing that John wrote, I think while we were drinking beer one night, about what would happen if there was a Paladin with a 4 or 5 int. How would you teach him how to be good? So we'll read out at the end of the night. We'll crack some beers at that point in time because we don't drink during game. That's just something we don't do. No drinking, no drugs, no touching, no video games, no cell phones. There are others, I think. I can talk to
touching one. That's a good question. Why?
There's
yourself or others. That's the key.
These are long-standing rules that we had. There were infractions with each of these rules that we had to actually spell out a list of rules. These are much less for the current group of players. Some of them, anyways. And more for the teeming throngs of people that we've played with in the past.
Well, we had that one guy
resulted from a tabletop game in which hitting actually occurred. I apologized for that.
Or the one guy who was kept bringing fantasy novels and he would read them during story.
Yeah,
that was
so
that was really awful.
That's so rude. Anyway, so we'll do the. It's kind of an abbreviated D&D quest, but I want to get to that point for Galath's story, and we'll find out what else bad that he sees. Before...
If the rogue would have been more effective in the dungeon if he had a second hand. Just gonna throw that out there. Probably.
All right, and then we'll chill and do the paladin.
Maybe you shouldn't have
ABCs.
got caught stealing, Mr. Guy.
All right, let's
What kind of
take a
rogue gets
break.
caught?
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in about 5 minutes.
I didn't even get a chance. I started COD. You don't know what I stole.
What's he saying? long bit of headstrong, Yeah. You definitely portrayed his personality well. I think it comes out. All right. So what's happening again? No, I'm kidding.
Well, I just got my Holy Avenger since I'm now 20th level, so figuring out. Yeah, I'm gonna attack the fortress and reclaim my legacy.
Oh. Have fun charging the castle!
Right.
Then Galath awakens from a dream.
Ah, right. I was dreaming, of course. Darn it.
There's
I'm actually
a
a level 1
30%
commoner.
chance that Clyde is watching you sleep.
Well, you better roll that out.
So the irony is we don't even need some of the NPCs we came up with because you guys have latched on to the existing ones. Unless, Mark, you want to introduce Galath's new squire.
Mark, we can't hear you, Mark. You're smiling, but we don't hear you.
We hear your smile.
Sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, I don't know if Galath would actually take this squire.
Did you make like a dick squire?
No, he's not a dick squire,
He's
but
the
he
opposite.
loves you.
What's that?
He thinks you are the greatest thing ever. Sir Galath, Sir, anything you need, I can do it for you right now. Right now. I don't need to sleep. I can do whatever you need. Please, sire. Sire, instruct me in the ways of goodness and purity. Please, I beg you. I've written a song about you. It's called The Goodly Good Sir Galath.
Okay. So Galath has a decision to make.
The answer to that is no. I don't think that.
Okay,
I
so
have.
there's a strange boy who lives in the collective community that just for some reason has always from afar looked up to Galath, 18 charisma guy, and now that Galath's the de facto lord of the manor, even though the manor's been handed over to the Order of the Silver Hand.
My lord, I was just wondering if you'd judge my essay. It's called Sir Galath, Luck of the People or Gift of the Gods.
So this character exists now. We've just introduced him.
Oh boy.
That's right. That's him.
So when we were talking
I'll play the
previously,
for the
this is
adventure
what I
then.
was thinking, but that with like a rogue flavor as opposed to a bard.
So here's Philippe. Philippe loves Galath.
So pretty much the Gala standard response to that is you're doing very well.
Bother me.
You're doing very well. Just make sure that you go out and take your kindness to the rest of the people. Treat everyone with mercy, with charity, with honor.
Of course.
Help
I tell
those
them
in the-
stories about you.
No, do things that help ease their lives. Help them repair their fence.
Ease people's lives. They bring hope to people.
Help the old man down the road carry his vegetables to market. Those are the things you should be doing.
Okay, I'll do that right now. And he runs away.
Ah, good. An endless set of chores that will never be completed.
I'm coming to help you. Don't run away.
All right, so Galath has his admirers.
So yeah, so he basically he just turns the kids around and sends them off to like do good chores or something, or go to bed on time, or finish their homework or something.
Okay, if this was a much more kind of grindy adventure night, I'd be having you guys like choose your mounts and your equipment, and how much food you're taking, and that sort of thing.
We're taking just enough for narrative purposes.
Essentially, yes.
Remember that part in Lord of the Rings where like they sat down and cataloged all the food they brought, and if they had enough to? No, you don't, because that would be dumb.
No, because we're gonna do a quest. We're gonna do a quest in less than 2 hours. So
No, because you remember the movie and not the book. Tolkien did
That's what
do
I'm
that
talking
kind
about.
of crap.
No, you're right. He did. But we'll just ignore that fact.
Lumbus bread. How much more lumbus bread?
Limbus bread.
Whatever it's called.
One piece of limbus bread can feed a halfling for a month. How many months are we going to be there?
No, it was feed a
it was a
man
week.
for a whole day, and the halflings end up eating like 4 of them at once because halflings.
Oh, I actually created the Field of Valor and we didn't use it.
It's almost as bad as George R.R. Martin's obsession with describing exactly what food is at every meal.
Yeah, what are we doing for food? Yeah.
Oh, sometimes that's fun.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
Fun food. Yeah. What's up, guys?
I had created a map for the Field of Valor and we didn't use it.
Oh well.
I totally forgot about.
Nice.
I totally forgot about this map. This is what it looked like, by the
Wah,
way.
wah.
There was the Lord Marshal's gallery and the patrician seats, and then a bunch of commons, and this was the rope around which people were fighting in the intensity.
Ah, you put a lot of effort into that one, buddy.
It was a rope in which Sir Galath killed his cousin.
Yeah,
Yes.
over the rope.
Can we see his dead body? Where did it happen?
What? I'm not even sure what you're talking about.
Me neither. All right, cool. We'll let that one go. Okay.
Are you having a stroke, Ahmed? Are you okay?
I'm normally good. All right, let's do this.
Just agreed to disagree.
Let's just. Yeah.
Oh, it's reaching that time, apparently. Okay, so you trek towards the forest and the mere. Do you guys follow the old road? Or do you try to go like a longer route into the mere?
I think we'll follow the road.
Okay.
Initiative.
There is a large buttress of stone that seems to be really out of place. It's like some giant long ago left it on the edge of the mere. I'm just going to draw the big thing. And there's a little hut on the top of the buttress of stone. A 10 by 10 room is little? Yeah. It's tiny. Little fire coming out of the hut, and you guys are approaching. I guess some of you are on horseback and some of you aren't, or...
I walk.
How many horses do we have?
We'll say that Galath has his war steed, Lamry, and they had a small cart with one draft horse that wasn't suitable for war. It was just a big, dumb male horse.
I sit on the cart.
All right. Anyone have handle animal to drive the cart?
Maybe. I didn't give my dice skills. Maybe
The
my
acolyte
gear?
has handle animal.
Got it. So the priest
No, excuse me.
is driving the cart. Got it. At this point, somebody sees you from far away and comes to confront you.
Oh, that's a mistake.
I know, right? I was thinking the exact same
Well,
thing.
he confronts you from atop the 15-foot like boulder where his little hut is.
Hmm.
Let me put his miniature down.
Can you center me on map for a tower on the mirror?
Yep.
'Cause all I see is blackness.
It's in conversation. That'd be your first
Oh,
problem.
that would be the problem.
Yeah.
Ignore the yellow dots. I can just nuke them. A second.
The guy looks pretty epic for living on a rock.
I know, right? The diabolical
Yeah,
charm.
he does. Behold! You there! Intruders! You!
Hail!
I am a hedge wizard! The hedge wizard! Damn it! I always get that wrong.
This guy.
Oh boy.
Careful! In this gem that you see shining in my hand is a ball of flame. I shall cast it upon you.
Old man, come down here that we might talk.
We are talking.
No, we're shouting. Come down here.
Leave your gold and your cups behind. Any bowl, vessel, cup. A pot to
Why does
piss
he
in.
want our cups?
Pans. Yes, pans. Could be a pan.
Come down, sir.
No.
Believe this one speaks my language. I certainly do.
In the name of the Dark Queen.
That one definitely belongs to your type.
Leave your cups and valuables behind and go back from whence you came. Or I shall cast down this fireball. I've got many fireballs.
Just ignore him. He's a harmless old man. We'll continue on.
Over.
Does he have a
red gem in his
ball
hands?
of flame or
He's got a
something?
little red gem in his hand. You can see it sparkling with some sort of reddish light.
Is it
He
sunny out?
does have something there.
Is it
Perhaps
sunny
we
out?
should-
No, it's a dreary, kind of overcast day.
Huh.
It's near the end of the day. This place would make a good place to camp. The track kind of leads further into the moor, and he lives in this crappy little shack on top of this this buttress of stone.
I'm going to hop off the cart.
I grasp my axe.
You are not welcome here.
What kind of vessel do you want?
All
What
of them.
kind of vessel?
Cups, bowls.
Cups? Bowls? What about
Why do-
spittoons?
Spittoons,
Chamber
yes.
pots?
I believe
Braises?
so.
Why do you?
Trays for ash?
She demands them.
Hookah? A foreign smoking pot?
Yes, yes. Quit fooling around.
Mm-hmm.
Galath is just walking on by, like whatever.
You're walking his horse on by.
Yep.
You there, shiny knight. You have coin? Leave it behind, and your cups.
Old man, come down and talk to me if you wish to speak. If you need charity, you have but to ask. You've no need to threaten me.
Give me one moment. I'm going to do something with magic that we should have been doing a long time ago.
Use it? Funny guy, your guy dies. Oh shit.
Okay.
Just because he's silly doesn't mean he's not actually magical.
Right. And I know that I've got like 8 hit points, so...
I don't have enough for a fireball.
His retort
that
is
is-
he points a finger down at you and says, "Magi racket," and that's the verbal component of his magic missile spell.
I block it with my shield.
How many come out, Mard? Okay.
Yeah.
2 bolts of magical energy go flying out of his hands into Galath for 9 damage.
You fucking kidding me?
Okay, I need more information on the structure of this building.
Sure.
It's a rock.
Does it have police written on the outside?
Please. I think actually we should roll initiative.
I think it's
Oh, yeah.
initiative time.
Yeah.
Don't want to upset the apple cart, but I think this guy's getting kicked off of his rock.
Magi racket apparently is the verbal component to magic missile.
That's a terrible verbal component. Mage racket! Really? Mage racket!
Okay, so initiative. He gets. We'll just do. We don't need to open the initiative sheet for something this small, but
6.
If I had both my hands, I could certainly pepper this man with arrows.
Okay, there's no feats listed under Harlock.
He is. Yeah, I never picked them.
I'm
Natural
just gonna give him
20.
improved initiative.
That'd be a good one.
And